Hi everybody, my name's Hope.
And I'm Samson.
This is our YouTube channel, Hope for Samson.
And today we want to talk to
Charlie.
you. And this is Charlie. And we want to talk to you about why freedom matters. So this last week, we had the awesome opportunity to go to Boston with a couple of our friends. And we had such a great time. In fact, it wasn't just Boston. We got to see a bunch of the Northeast.
So beautiful.
And we got to go out and I actually grabbed some shots and put together a quick little highlight of a little bit of our trip. So take a look at this.
Enjoy.
So as you can see, we had a ton of fun.
Yeah.
It was actually a pretty educational trip because one of the things that we got to do is we got to go on the Freedom Trail.
Yes.
So you
I don't know if there's any other homeschoolers out there, but I was homeschooled K through 12, and so in my particular homeschool upbringing, I didn't exactly get like all of the history that maybe you think that I should have gotten. So a lot of this was just brand spanking new to me, okay? You can make fun of me if you want to, but I had a great time learning about the American Revolution.
And for those of you who have a better homeschool experience, please do not judge Hope.
Please don't hear that you shouldn't homeschool your kids. That's not what I'm saying.
So one of the things that we got to see and hear was about really the history behind Boston. And obviously, you may be familiar from school of like Paul Revere's Midnight Ride, or about the shot heard around the world, or even the battle for Bunker Hill. And all of that to me was like stuff we learned in school. But when we walked the trail and we got to hear the stories up close,
it really became alive to us. And I mean, it was just wonderful. I was so fascinated. I wanted to go on 3 different historical tours. Like, who wants to do that?
On vacation.
I couldn't get enough. Yeah. Like, I was so excited.
And one of the things that stuck out to me is all the people in that generation that gave up their life in order to experience freedom. In fact, to them, freedom meant giving up something.
Yes.
Right? And a lot of times for them, it was giving up their life. And so freedom came at a cost. So we, as people 200 years removed from all of the things that happened in Boston and back then, and we get to experience freedom because they willingly gave up a lot of their freedom. They willingly suffered. And so why that mattered to us is I was thinking about all of those folks that signed up for our financial peace class just the last couple of weeks.
We had a lot of fun.
We had a room full of people who came in, and we actually had them do this, or we actually had them stand up, introduce themselves, and give the why behind why they're there in the room.
Yes.
Right? Give us one reason why you're in the room. And person after person, it seemed like we're standing up and saying, I'm doing it for my kids. Right? I'm doing it for my son, or I'm doing it for my daughter, I'm doing it for my family. And let me tell you, one of the biggest reasons that you want financial freedom, that you should want it, is for your next generation.
Yes.
You may be working hard and giving up a lot of freedoms that you may get, you can experience right now.
You're not driving the brand new car. You're not going to the fanciest restaurants. You're not buying like these super expensive designer clothes. Those are things that you're sacrificing in the right now. Hey, bud. For the next generation.
That's right. And so as you're on this journey, we just want to be an encouragement to you.
Yes.
Right? Maybe it's just tuning into the channel. Maybe it's listening to a podcast like the Dave Ramsey podcast or whatever. Let me encourage you. Find that why. A good friend of mine said, when you lose your why, you lose your way. For us, this is our why. As crazy it is, as he is.
Say hi. Can you say hi?
No. When you lose your why, you lose your way. And so keep your why close to you, right? As we like to do. Because that's your motivating factor. That's the thing that keeps you on this journey. And so maybe for you, it's the next generation. It's change your family tree. But whether you have kids or not, or you have a family or not, let me encourage you about this. is the steps you're taking right now is not just going to impact you. It's going to affect your future generations. It's going to affect the people around you.
Yes, your whole community.
Yeah. And so keep your why in front of you and keep moving forward. I know this isn't the best or the fun part of the process to pay off debt, but as you do, man, we're going to be here for you.
We will. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed Charlie's multiple cameos. Go ahead, if you have a moment, and comment below and let us know what your why is, what it is that you're doing this for. We want to hear that, and we want to know it so that we can cheer you on better. Thanks for watching this week's video, you guys. We'll see you next time.